Hello and welcome to AMC's The Walking Dead building block set from McFarlane. This is set 14558. Suggests the age is 12 plus. It says it's supposed to have 176 pieces inside this box. And basically, these came out a while ago, and I did want to get these a while ago, but they're not easy to get in Hong Kong. So eventually, I just went on eBay and got it. And price for this was pretty decent for the size that you get, but I'll go through the details of the actual set a bit later. So just go on eBay, find the cheapest one, and I got it like a week later. And this is the boiler room. This is based on, I won't spoil anything in the series if you haven't caught up to season 3, whatever, the prison season. But this is a boiler room in the prison, and the good thing about this set is I can talk about it without spoiling anything. There's Rick there, and in the part of the boiler room there's a zombie there, like, oh, I want to eat something, of course. So this is works with other brands. Now this is one of the many different brands that have popped up around the world, not bootleg brands, but actual brands that popped up around the world doing their own brick-based toys, because something to do with the Lego pattern of the brick being completely gone and stuff, to joining the ranks of Mega Bloks, etc, etc. So you got Rick there on the side of the box. Oh my god, spoils! He's got a beard during that season. And that's him again. Construction set. So if you do want to find these on eBay, just type in Walking Dead construction set. They are also producing some Game of Thrones stuff. However, the only actual buildings that I've seen is the Game of Thrones, the chair, the sword chair thing. I don't watch Game of Thrones, okay? I just know the signature throne room with the chair made out of blades, and some blind packs that you can just get the figurines. They must be producing some other actual sets soon. They must be. And on the back here. Now the way you open this box is pretty weird. It actually opens on the back. 2 sellotapes on the side and 2 at the bottom. So you cut all 4. Move this flap down and then lift the back up to review, well, the box. Just like Lego, all the things inside were in little baggies. And there's a few spare pieces. There's a 1x1 stud. 4 different colors of 1x1 plates, a 1x2 plate, and a little standing piece for the figurines, because it's hard to stand them on their own. So if you don't want to stand the figurines, they have a little hook on the bottom of the legs to click onto a single stud, if you don't want to stand them inside the actual set. Now the instructions. They should have just copied Lego's instructions, because this isn't good. Now, the print and quality of the paper is pretty decent. It's sharp and detailed, and the whole book feels strong enough for instruction manual. Not too thick, not too flimsy. Inside there, you get sort of digitized images of all the pieces and such. But there's one huge problem. At first, I thought this was a black and white instruction sheet, because the plates here are actually sort of pinkish in color in the actual set. Like so. It's not grey or anything, but here it's grey. And so I thought it was black and white, even though they've printed like red numbers and green in the middle. So I was thinking, well, what's going on? Why did they paint color on things I don't need, but black and white the rest of the actual instructions? Well, and then later in the instruction manual, there's actually color. Like you see here, there's color now. Turns out that the entire, more than one place, the instruction manual uses the wrong colors. For example, this gear right there is orange. In the book, on the actual set, it's black. Well, there's an orange one there, but there's a black one there. So in the instruction manual, it's got a wrong color orange one there. So it's got the wrong color. So orange in the book, black here, and on here it's sort of this sort of tan, bluish, grey color. So the colors on the box art, the actual set, and the instruction manual all don't match, which is for a small set it might be okay. Like, I guess it's okay, I can get away with it because it's such a small set. It's not too many pieces, only 179 pieces. But one of the bigger sets, which I also got, the Catwatch set, which I'll be doing a video on it soon, that has a lot more pieces. So, and I just sort of gave up with the coloring because it's all over the place. And you'd think for a company that's been making toys for all this time, they'll get the colors right, but nope. All wrong, and that's just terrible. So the instructions get a really low, if I gave a score or something, it's really poor. the overall steps are fine. A few steps were a bit weird and awkward, like why would you want to build that first? For example, underneath this build, you build this, put these little pieces there to bump it up. Now, obviously there's no support on the back of this, meaning that when you're trying to build this, especially when some pieces, you can see it doesn't quite push in, you gotta put a lot of strength and force into it, and I'll explain why some pieces do that a bit later. So when you're pushing force on it, the plate it doesn't help that there's nothing supporting the plate on the back, so it pushes down, like it just goes down because there's nothing holding it up, and that's really frustrating. So if you do get this set and do start building, do ignore the steps that support building the bottom pieces first, ignore that, do this at the end, because well, you'll thank me later. And this plate right here connects these two, like reinforces it, but they should have added another plate there to actually reach the bottom. This is hovering, unlike these pieces. And in the instruction manual, wasn't clear. You see these broken stone bits on the corner, on the edges of this bar. In the manual, it's not clear which actual piece it is. It's just random. I guess it doesn't really matter too much which piece you use, but for instruction booklet, that's not good enough. This is a bad instructions booklet. You know, the more I think about it, the worse it gets. And there's other things here as well that are just really confusing. So right above here, you see these orange bars, right? They're single pieces each, right? But for some reason, in the instruction booklet, right? If I just zoom in, see that? There's a black line in the middle of there, almost suggesting that it's actually made of two pieces. Now, it didn't take me long to figure out, oh hey, that's meant to be just one piece because of the length of it. But it's confusing, like why would they draw an extra line, like a dark line there? There's like light colored lines. So yeah, the whole building experience of this, I can say, it wasn't fun at all. I didn't have fun building this. Now, just like the Call of Duty zombie set, I did get this for the realistic pieces to help build my Fallout mock that I'll eventually get to doing. I need to plan that, and maybe I do know I need extra pieces. So I've got quite a lot of stuff to go in and build it now. I've got a huge Lego plate, like a 32 times or 64 plate. I can't remember. The biggest Lego square plate. I've got some grey coloured ones and some sand coloured ones. I'm not quite decided which plate I will use. I have the Call of Duty Zombies prison set. I got this one, the Catwalk prison set of Walking Dead, as well as a Minecraft set. So I'm gonna see how that goes. But I think I have enough pieces to start building something now that will look very Fallout-y. This is where I got this set. So I'm not bothered too much about how this set builds on its own, or the instructions, because they're just pieces to me at the end. But for someone who does want to collect this set and does want to have enjoyment out of building it, I'm sorry, the building is not fun. The instructions are all over the place. So that's that. So, well, we can take a look at these figurines first. Let's talk about the good, at least. These figurines are very good in terms of scale. The paint jobs are also pretty nice. The way you build this is you got torso piece, a leg piece. This zombie, because he's just slouching down, his legs and hips are just single piece. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's little articulation like moving the head because it's just on a peg. The arms, because they're also on pegs, and to an extent the hip, because it's also on a peg. So he's got some articulation. Oh, there goes the falling out. So in terms of paint and detail, this zombie does look pretty good. I'll put him to the side. Here's Rick. He's got that circle, that C shape there for that little plastic tab, or the occasional studs that are visible on the plate. There's 2 studs on the floor visible on the set. The rest of the studs are covered. He's holding a pistol. It is permanently attached to the hand. It doesn't come off. Dog's outside. And so his pieces are, you got one leg each. So with Rick, he's got more pieces. He's got a head piece, body piece, 2 arms, 2 legs, and a hip. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, 7 pieces. His legs are attached to pegs, so you can sort of rotate them just a little bit, but yeah, you're not going to get him in a walking motion. Leg, arms go down, head turns a little bit. Now with Rick, his neck peg was very soft, and I think I'm actually, when I first plugged this on, I was like, this isn't going on. It's very tight, so I did the usual thing to, you know, rotate the head around it to turn it onto the neck, and it almost felt like I was breaking the neck, like snapping it off, but it hasn't. But it did feel like that because it's a softish material. I wouldn't do that over and over again just because I'm worried I'll break it. And to an extent, you can swap the pieces of the figures, but it's not designed for you. The figures here have not been designed for that, so don't swap it. So, you know, all the time. And just to compare this with the Mega Bloks figurines, here is a Mega Bloks zombie. Right there, you can see that almost the same scale. The Mega Bloks ones are a bit more, well, chubby all around. A bit more, well, the scale's a bit more cartoony, at least. But hey, at least these zombies can actually pick things up. They've got a head on a ball joint, not just a peg, and they also got hips. So yeah, so the Mega Bloks ones have more articulation. You do more stuff with them. So these figurines, if you just like something for display, then hooray for you. But for the rest of us, that's not too good. Now the boiler room itself, while looking at this, you probably think, wow, this looks amazing. This looks very realistic, very much like the actual thing. So go through some stuff. You got a table there. You got a phone. The phone's permanently. Phone is a part of the mold of this desk, so you can't remove the phone. These little mini cabinets and this weight thing that can come off. I got some random bricks at the bottom piece there. That's a single piece. This is a rubbery piece. This is a rubbery piece. This front, sort of the boiler front, that's a piece and attached to a second piece. And there's some wheels on the back. And now, you know, just by looking at it casually, apart from, you shouldn't be able to tell that this is a brick-built toy, which is the idea behind this. Have a brick-built toy or display piece that doesn't look like it's a brick toy. I'll have a closer look. You see, for example, the circle piece there has the same as the Lego circle pieces. One thing that I almost forgot to mention was that the paint actually rubs off. With a small set like this, it almost seems okay, but certain pieces feel sticky because the paint isn't like permanent paint, so it gets a bit sticky, as well as making your fingers feel black afterwards, and that's another really annoying thing. So just so it can accommodate and get plugged onto a plate that has the little gaps, just like a round Lego piece. So yeah, so visually, once this is done, it looks amazing, and overall it is pretty solid. It doesn't fall apart at anything, and it looks great. Now let's talk about the paint job. The paint job, for the most part, is a lot of it is like a dirt wash. A lot of these brick pieces, they're all randomly painted, so your mileage may vary in how it looks. So let's just take a look at this back wall here. You got different colors, different shades. Some bits will look more like paint, some bits will look more like actual rock. So, like I said, your mileage will vary. So that's what's going on. Same with the pipes and everything else. And so it can look good for the most part. You see this one, I'm quite lucky. Overall, it does look great. It does look like an actual place. However, here comes the problem. When you mold pieces that are supposed to snap tightly with each other, at the exact size that it's supposed to be, and you decide to put a random amount of paint on random parts of a piece, that means you're going to get an uneven brick and an uneven surface. For the most part, if you just go with a standard print like Lego, it's flat enough, it's smooth enough, and Lego pieces can fit snugly together without any clutch problems. However, this is random, which means some parts of the bricks are going to be thicker than the other ones, and some of these pieces are more sort of softer, more rubbery pieces, which means they don't fit. You have to be really lucky for them to fit very snugly. So when you have pieces that are uneven in size, and pieces like rubbery pieces that don't quite want to fit in, you have a problem there. Now, I showed you guys the back here. This piece, you see a little gap there, that will not go in. And that's because I had a huge pain when plugging a few of these pieces together, because this block down there, this white piece, that was just getting in the way. It would not sit into the plate. It was pushing this wall, sort of making it sort of, you know, on a few angles off center, and it took me quite a few minutes just to force everything down, plug everything in there before I can get the pieces on top to sit there. So it's a double blade thing. I mean, you know, on one hand you get something that looks like this, that looks pretty great. On the other hand, you got pieces that just don't want to plug into each other, and that's just very, very annoying, and it's very frustrating when building, which adds to removes more of the fun from the building part of this thing. So yeah. So yeah, on the side, so all these pipes. The good thing about this is a lot of pieces are very small pieces that you put together. Every single one of these orange pipe bits, if they're on an angle, they're a separate piece. For example, 1, 2, 3 pieces, 1 piece there, 2 pieces there, another piece there. So you know, you got a lot of. There is a lot of customability in this thing. Is that a word? Customizable. A lot of customizable things that you can do with this. But there are also some pieces that completely perplex me. Like the whole idea of a brick Lego, for example, a toy similar to Lego, is that you can cheaply make different pieces. Similar pieces, you can, you know, but you can build them into different things. Like in a Lego set, you have a lot of the same pieces, but it's how you put these pieces together to build different things. Whereas here, there are a lot of unique pieces. Well, that's great, but it doesn't quite make sense in terms of, again, a brick-based toy to have so many unique pieces that you're not going to see anywhere else. Surely that would drive the costs up. I mean, it's great for people who want customizable sets and stuff to look more unique, but just in terms of a play or design standpoint, it seems a bit odd. I'm not complaining, saying it's a bad thing, it's just a bit odd. So yeah. So I guess really the only thing left to ask is who is this toy aimed at? Now obviously Walking Dead is for aimed at an older audience, so that makes sense, older audience there. Now it's compatible with other brick toys, so there's a play factor there, but if you just get these on their own, it's almost like they're a pre-painted model kit. This looks like an actual model kit, you know, things you get cut out plastics and stuff, paint yourself, but this has all been painted for you. So if you're type of person who likes painted model kits but wants to go the easy route and have something that looks great without actually painting it yourself, and easier to build, even though Bandai has released great model kits that are very easy to build, but they do require painting, then this is the set for you. If you like The Walking Dead, and you like model kits, a nice little display, and you don't particularly like model building, then this is for you, I guess, but that's a very small market. Or people like me who just likes the parts and stuff, so that's a slightly bigger market, yay. So yeah, I can only recommend this to the people I just listed. If you really like Walking Dead and you really like the look of this, still think twice before picking it up. I wouldn't pay too much for it because, like I said, there's no play factor here. I guess you can be like, oh, I'm Rick Grimes, blah 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 blah. Oh, there's one more stud there, so I can stand there, I guess. Oh look, well, I can't really stand there because the stud's not in a really good place. Oh, my arm fell off. I'm depressed and stuff, everyone's dead, and walking. There's a zombie. Bang, bang. Oh, I'm dead again. So I guess there's some play value there. Ding. So, yes, yeah, do think twice before picking this up. I'm definitely not going to be picking up any more of these for whatever reason whatsoever, because for me, it's disappointing and the bricks are just annoying. If I do need more pieces that look gritty and more realistic for my Fallout mock, I'll just try and get more Call of Duty stuff and not this. If you have found this video useful, please click the like button, the subscribe button, and also leave a comment below on how you feel about these sets, if you have any of them, Walking Dead or Game of Thrones. And if you want to support this channel, you can watch my other videos without ad block. I would appreciate that a lot. And if you want to support this channel even further so I can do more videos more often, that hopefully will be useful for people, you can head over to the Patreon page and give me a little support there. You don't have to though, just keep watching, keep enjoying your life and stuff, but most importantly, take care, have a nice day, try not to eat any people, and try to not get bitten yourself.